We are here.
December 2024. It's almost a new year, man. And we've been talking about this for a long time, man.
What? We've been talking about this for a while, right?
Yeah.
It all started somewhere, didn't it?
It had to start somewhere. And can I get some reminisce music, that dreams?
Yes, you can.
Actually, if you don't mind, man, I would like for you to tell the story because I always laugh when the first time I told my wife this story, she smiled, she laughed, she was like, "Y'all so crazy, man." But you have a way of doing that, man. So can you please share?
Yes. It's a 3-part story that I have to make really fast. Yeah. All right. So the first part is this: we were trying to find an outlet to, be guys, kind of like, not be judged or whatever. Yeah, chill, talk.
Just have fun. Nice, wholesome.
Yes.
Fun.
Non-judgmental fun. In a PG way, by the way.
Of course.
So we chose both. And, somebody liked to bully the pins. Somebody likes to finesse the pins. We did what we could, right?
Yep. What else can you do?
That's all we could do. The scores is kind of low, but we just kept it consistent. Yeah. Because it was the camaraderie. It was getting together, the synergy. Like after a busy week at work, dealing with stuff at home, we had that area, that outlet.
How long ago was that?
Bro, that was like 3 years ago, man.
We still going strong?
Yeah, about 3-4 years ago, yeah.
And I think that's a perfect transition into what we're going to talk about, man. I think that...
Well, that's the first part of the story, right?
Yeah,
Go ahead. We still got the second part.
Yeah, my bad.
Go second part of the story. My fault, man. The second part is actually this. So we went to Century 21's in Hampton, Virginia. And let me tell you, I used to bowl there when I was a kid, and them potholes were still there. From Yes, the slums of what? Hampton, Pembroke?
It's the equivalent of when you go into a nice basketball court, man, and then your boys be like, "Hey, man, some guys up the street, they was thinking that we could play at their court." You get there, you like, "Oh,
black top,
a little different."
Black top and Timbs.
These courts don't feel the same.
Exactly.
They don't look the same.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. Which leads us to the discussion that we had with the young man that said, "Oh yeah, man, it's been here for a while, and we was like, okay, so those potholes that are in the middle, what's that all about?"
Yeah.
He was like, oh,
got balls, got lanes.
Yeah. I'm like, what's up with that? He said, everybody bowled back in the day straight. There was no curve. Those holes been there for years. Right. And I looked at you. I was like, so that's a classic then. He said, it's a classic.
It's a classic.
So we looked at each other and we said, straight So that's part 2. Part 2. Okay, part 3.
I'm gonna get
part 3. Okay. Part 3 was this part. The dude from another bowling alley, old guy. Rest in peace if he's not here. If he's still here, keep doing what you're doing. But he was an old guy. And he said, son, look at here, son. Put my birches up. That's what we call birches.
Get them up past the belly button.
Son, what you gotta do is you gotta listen to them lanes. Because them lanes be telling you stories, son.
He was talking that talk, though.
Some wet lanes, some dry. Some that narrow, some that are not narrow, but you gotta listen. You don't have to wet that ball and pat it down all the time, boy.
Schooling us, though.
All you gotta do is just listen to the lanes. And I felt like it was God giving us a message, saying, every story.
Look, no, every lane
has a story.
And like I was saying, I think that's the perfect transition to life.
Yes.
Look, every week we go bowling. We know what to expect. We gonna get up there. We gonna have fun. It don't always go that way, though.
Facts.
It doesn't. The expectation.
Facts.
We do not always get that. Sometimes we go there. We think we on top of it. We might bowl a good first 2 games.
Yep.
Last 4 games are terrible, trash. Yep. We might start off terrible.
Yep.
End up hot.
Yep.
Sometimes we consistent the whole day. Sometimes we are trash.
Yeah.
The whole day. And I think what I love is that me and you we took it, and instead of being upset about it, we told ourselves we were going to turn it into a life lesson.
Yes.
And I love that we are able to get there. We talk about it. Even when we're frustrated with it, we like, man, this is one of those days.
Yep.
And and kind of segue into what we're doing right now. And I think this is the perfect time to do this.
That's right. It is. It is. So, for those that we don't want to be we don't want to be offensive to any population of people. So we change it from Straight Boy Classics just to the mental health boys.
Absolutely.
Just like Christian said, we really look to just reflect on life, because there were days bowling that I came in there with heavy. I came in there with a lot of baggage. And my intent was to just kind of like let it out. I mean, there were times where we even got an extra lane, just a frustration lane, just to kind of like, let it all out, to give ourselves that outlet, so that we could focus on trying to whoop each other up. And
but what's interesting too is that we started off competitive. We started out very competitive.
Yes,
occasionally we still, I mean, sometimes it oozes out unintentionally, but for the most part, we transformed it from a competitive activity to a healthy activity. It's something that was needed for our own mental. Hence, the mental health boys.
The mental health boys. And so did the mental health boys bowl 200? Basically, I guess like Virginia weather, right?
Occasionally. Here every now and then.
But one thing we noticed was the energy that we brought in. Most of the time, the energy that we brought in was really great. And a lot of people really had, they would always want to, come join and maybe get a lane next to us. And the process, we end up meeting a lot of new people and seeing a lot of familiar faces. But still, every lane has its story.
So, that's why we decided to do the podcast. And if you don't mind, man, you think maybe it'll be a good time to give them an idea of what they can expect?
Yeah. So you can expect a little bit of everything. It's like a buffet. But we promise to give you the buffet in the portions that we should, meaning we're not going to give you shrimp and fried fish and pork chops at one time.
I hope not.
That donut. It was that thing, a donut with I seen it, a pork chop with instead of bread, it was donuts. You ever seen one of them?
I have not, but it sounds a little weird.
It does, and it not my taste.
It don't sound like it would be mine either.
It's not that healthy.
Yeah, but we really want to treat this as a safe place, not just for people that know us.
That's right.
Not just for people that are near us.
That's right.
For anybody that may feel the need to kind of have a place to come and listen. Not only just listen, but we want to make this interactive. We want to give people an opportunity that listen to reach out, ask questions. We're going to have guests throughout the season 1.
That's right.
Hopefully many more to come. We want you to be able to reach out to us, ask us questions. We want to be able to be transparent with you guys. We're not perfect. We may, you may see us and be like, man, those guys got it together. We have our battles daily. Sometimes we call each other 10, 11 o'clock at night and just have discussions, and the discussions that some people will never hear.
That's right.
But we want to provide anyone who may need that space with that space, and we're hoping that we can provide that for you guys.
That's right. Now, for those that really don't know a whole lot about us, we work in the mental health field. We actually met in the mental health field company back years ago. I met Mr. Sapp, and it's just been, ever since then, we've just kind of like the synergy has been great.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's of course we have our stories and, about things that we encounter. And if you work in the mental health field, or if you work in, first responder or anything dealing with working with individuals and serving people, it's a pretty draining field, and you can get passion fatigue very easily. So what we try to do, even with this outlet, is create that self-care outlet for us, or a self-care platform, so that we can share and also invite others. Working in the mental health field, it definitely has its challenges, but for us, it really has its rewards. And for us, we do it because we love to help people. That is our passion. We love to help people, and through this podcast, we're going to be looking to really help a lot of people. We're going to be having some special guests coming in, so you don't just have to hear just us. We promise not to make it just vanilla, but give you different flavors. Like I said, you're not going to just get, pork rinds and bacon.
And we are goofy. So you will see our goofy side, especially as we get more comfortable in this, but we will never lose sight of the message, and we'll never lose sight of the vision and the direction that we're trying to go.
That's right.
And not only that, I did want to point this out too, man. I wanted to thank you for actually helping me to open my own eyes to the importance of my own mental health. I think I paid so much attention to everyone else's because it's my job. And I never really took the time to say like, wow, am I taking care of myself? And I wanted to tell you I appreciate you for that, man. And I really think, like you said, we want to help other people, but I'll be honest and I'll just be fully transparent. It's therapeutic for myself as well. And I'm looking very forward to this, and I can't wait to have these episodes with you, and we can't wait to meet you guys as well. We can't wait to hear your questions, and like I said, hopefully this will be a process that's therapeutic for all of us.
That's right. My man said it right there. Self-care for us both, and I reflect on myself. And thank you for the same, because we hold each other accountable.
Absolutely.
And that's what we really are big on. No man is an island. That's the proverb. No man really is an island. No person can really try to get a whole bunch of like things in life. I think Tony Robbins said it best when he said the best resource is to be resourceful. So we allow ourselves to be resourceful with the bars. With everything that we say, we are pretty goofy with it. We have a lot of fun with it because life can be intense, and these are our moments where we take it very seriously, but we also enjoy being who we are in our skin. So don't, we apologize in advance, but at the same time, this is the platform that we want to provide. So there's so many people out there that are struggling with so many different things. And, it's so hard to be able to get somebody that you could really like be transparent and honest with. Like my boy said, there are days where, I ain't gonna front, I just feel like, just crying or just like whatever, he is there, he's there to help. So no man is an island. We really advocate for people to really have somebody to really talk to and somebody to be there, somebody that you can trust. This happened organically. It wasn't like I just threw a prayer out there and said, God, I need you to send me somebody like Mr. Savage, put him in my life. But, it was more organically happening, where the mindset was, hey, let's work. Let's grind. And we enjoyed each other's company. We started talking about things. Ironically, we are the Pittsburgh Steelers fans.
Just came back from a game a couple weeks ago.
We came back from a game?
We came back from a game a couple weeks ago. That was good for my mental health as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just taking that trip out there with you and your buddy and Mr. Slade, man, just being able to get out there and just have fun, man. Have good, healthy fun. Got to dap up a couple of players and stuff, man.
Yeah.
I drove home feeling just, it's been a while since I've done something like that. And just being able to get out, have fun, chill with the boys, having that wholesome fun, man. I went home feeling so much better. It's those type of things, man, that I really feel like I was missing in life. I feel like I've been on the go so much. And I never took the time to just sit down and say, are you okay? If you're not okay, what path or where do you need to go from? Like I said, I just want to tell you I appreciate you, man, for helping me kind of change my thought pattern and my thought process when it comes to stuff like that. And we hope that we can do the same for you guys. And that's really what we want to do. And I'm really looking forward to this, man.
Bruh. I'm looking forward to it as well.
Absolutely.
It is game time, man.
Game time. Listen, it's the first quarter, but we got our game plan. We got to go out and execute.
Yeah, yes, we do.
You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that when the fourth quarter hit, man, we got a blowout.
Likewise, I am too. So some other things that, just before we wrap everything up today, we just want to give you guys more of insight, specifically on some things, dealing with anger management. For whoever, that anger management curriculum.
Oh, hold on. We ain't ready for that.
Come over. Like
ain't ready for that.
Come over.
We're going to have to say that for episode. We're going to say that for episode 2. Ain't ready.
So we talking about problem solving. We're talking about, really looking at perspectives.
Absolutely.
Views on life, social media.
Would it be okay if we kind of gave them a little, gave them some insight on what they can expect from the next episode? I know we're going to touch on.
We can definitely do that for sure.
And I think you brought it up a little bit talking about social media. I think that's a very, very, very big topic that needs to be discussed, man. I think we all fall victim to that, especially our younger generation. And like I said, we're going to go into detail a lot about that. But that's something you guys really aren't going to want to miss.
Yes, definitely. So just the psychology of social media. We're looking to have a special guest, basically on how social media, how it influences self-image, the body image, and what does it tell? What does it say? I know if you have kids, and your kids are at that age where they have a phone, there's a thing now that we know is called TikTok that is extremely, not just with kids, but everybody, is extremely popular. So it consumes a lot of our time. I'm not for it. I'm not against it. I'm not here to really speak on that, and we're not here to really speak down on anything. If anything, we're here to bring,
just kind of explore.
Exactly.
And because we never want to make anybody feel bad about anything that they're doing. Like I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I haven't been on social media before. I mean, occasionally I go on TikTok as well, but sometimes it is really good to discuss some of the negatives that can come from that. Now, there's a lot of positives with social media as well, but sometimes we just want to kind of explore it, talk about ways that you can kind of cope with it and deal with it a little better.
That's right.
And
yeah. That's right. Just how it affects the psyche, how it affects us emotionally, even physically, how it affects us. I mean, kids, I got a headache. I mean, that phone glued to your forehead. I mean, imagine why.
Think about how many kids make videos about having mental health diagnoses that haven't even been diagnosed, haven't even seen somebody, but they see it and they're like, oh, well, so-and-so made a video saying that they're bipolar, they have this, and I'm going to make that too. I actually saw a video where somebody was talking about how like it's very damaging when like these big influencers make comments like, oh, well, I just, sometimes I forget to do this, I'm so OCD, or I'm so da-da-da-da. And the kids actually take that and they think like, oh, okay, well, that's what it means to be there. And it's little things like that we don't really talk about as much as I think we should.
You put a thought in my head. It's ironic you said that because you remember this?
Yeah.
You're not fully clean unless you're zestfully clean. So that was a commercial on TV, right? However, the language or what they use in social media now, because I mean, AI technology and stuff's out now to where, of course, they're listening and everything. So all of this stuff that is like talked about is in the actual social media. You scrolling and you see an advertisement, you see another. So they're actually getting a hold of their audience in that manner. And like you just said, it's affecting the lives of our youth because it's not like we can police but so much that they're exposed to when it comes to social media. Good thing to say, brother.
Absolutely, man. But like I said, we ain't gonna get too deep into it because y'all gonna have to come back on the next episode.
That's right.
For us to get real deep into it, but something to look forward to.
That's right. So, with further ado, we are going to close this out, and we are looking forward to you guys being on here, locked in.
Absolutely. From Mr. Christopher Sabbath.
Hey, and Stephen Foster.
Signing off.
Until next time, the quiet storm. Till next time, guys. All right.
Peace.